Now I come to the top 3 of the first quarter of 2026. And it's a movie that has us rooting for somebody that is the clear killer and seems to be enjoying it. But he's doing it to people we just don't like or sympathize with. And sometimes that's all you need in a movie to get behind the protagonist. And I think they pulled it off great in How to Make a Killing. This is a movie that came out in March, and it stars Glenn Powell, Margaret Qualley, Jessica Henwick, I think it's pronounced Hennick, and a number of other people that you will recognize the moment you see them. The plot basically revolves around the Redfellow family, a very rich billionaire family. And after the patriarch of this family throws out his daughter who becomes pregnant with Glenn Powell's character, she is made to live without access to their family's wealth. And after Glenn Powell's character grows up, he becomes very vindictive towards this family who left his mom and him to basically fend for themselves when they had all the means to take care of them all along. So he hatches a plan to inherit all of their billions. The only problem is he has a lot of family members way ahead of him, but now he's going to systematically take them out so he can inherit their fortune of upwards of $25 billion. What could go wrong? I thought this movie was a lot of fun. Even though the main character and protagonist is basically becoming a serial killer, I find it so interesting how we, the audience, get behind our hero and his hero's journey in a movie like this. Because when you think about it, it becomes pretty apparent that the people that he wants to send to the afterlife in order to get his prize are pieces of shit, douchebag, no good, rotten, unlikable people. But not the kind of people I would say deserve their fate. Maybe just because they are rich off the backs of other people's hard work and they have this otherworldly sense of entitlement. And also when the shit hits the fan in the world of finance and marketing, people like this profit and become richer, while everyone else crumbles and has their lives destroyed into utter depression and hopelessness. Maybe just because of that, you fully get behind Glenn Powell's character's devious schemes. And I was here for it. You do what you gotta do.
I'll kill them. I'll kill them all.
When it comes to Glenn Powell with his roles in Hitman and Twisters and of course Top Gun Maverick, you'd say Glenn Powell has got it. Not amazing, but not bad. He's got that screen presence, that touch of charisma. Nothing that resembles the days of old, but he's got something. He has a ways to go as an actor, but I do think that this is Glenn Powell's second best role after Hitman. If you haven't seen Hitman, check it out. It's a really good movie. And I also want to give a shout out to Jessica Henwick. She's the one that grounds this movie emotionally, being the love interest to Glenn Powell's character. I'm always happy to see her in a movie, and especially in a movie that I like. We also have the it girl of the last 3 years, it would seem, who is Margaret Qualley. And this is funny enough my favorite Margaret Qualley performance, or at least one of my favorites. This, Once Upon a Time, and of course, The Substance. Even though there isn't much of her character in the movie, a lot of her legs, they shoot a lot of her legs. That's for sure. But she brought an energy to the role. It made me had a sly smile whenever she graced us with her presence. Someone that had her own devilish schemes and was always lurking in the shadows. She very much pushes the plot along. And in this story, you would think it would be super predictable, but at times it switches up the story just a little. Just enough to keep you in it. Because at the end of the day, within any family, you've got the good ones and you've got the bad ones. Every family.
You can say that again.
So what does he do when he gets to the one that he really likes or at least has respect for? The only way for his character to get past it is to succumb to his darkish, selfish desires or hope for divine intervention. His character is already falling into the depths of depravity. What are you going to do when you get to someone that clearly doesn't deserve it? Do you still go ahead or do you reevaluate? And watching that unfold made me enjoy the movie a little bit more. And the ending at first I thought left me hanging. Then it started to grow on me and I absolutely loved it. I'm a positive person and try to be as happy as I can, but I have a very, very dark side of me that enjoys nihilistic endings. Something about them just hit different from a happy ending. Some movies absolutely deserve a wholesome, good, happy ending, while some just become so much more once they embrace their shadow side. And to give this movie its rating, I would say that it's way better than I expected it was going to be. It has a 44% on Rotten Tomatoes. It does not deserve 44%. I would at least give it 65 to 70 along those lines, not 44. I'm going to do a list on Rotten Tomatoes getting their numbers wrong on a number of movies. This one definitely doesn't deserve 44. I would give it way better than I expected. But that's my humble opinion.